Hi, I'm Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Today's Sunday, Easter Sunday, sacred day for many of us. I'm very motivated to share some information with you. It's been a week since the implementation of the invasive species ruling, or declaratory ruling as it's called, and I haven't been able to come out and tell you directly what has been going on because I can only give out the information as it's made available to me. But this is what has happened so far. Last Saturday we sent I sent my wife and children out of here, and I stood my ground. They could have come, but they didn't. So take that for what it's worth. Kids are back now, and I'm still standing my ground. I have chose to disobey this order because it is unconstitutional and it is illegal, and I don't think that they can enforce it. We will see. That's what the court case is all about. All right, I want to talk a little bit about fundraising for the Legal Defense Fund. We've done really well, and I want to really thank you from the bottom of my heart out there. We've got our expenses covered as far as legal fees, and we are going into the deposition phase, which is expensive, and they would like to run us out of money, but I don't think they're gonna, because America has risen up, and you are a formidable force, and that is something that you should be proud of. I am proud of you, America. I am very proud of you. The DNR has said that they have been searching farms here in Michigan. Their numbers are 6. I only know of 1, and we're pretty well networked at this point, and that one farmer told them to get a warrant, and the word now is that they came back the next day without a warrant and trespassed on his land, at which time the sheriff was called and a police report has been generated. So these guys don't have total authority like some people think they do. If they want to come on your property, they got to have a couple things. They got to have either you invite them on, so that'd be like they show up and they say, we'd like to come on and inspect your property, and you say, no. What, do you got something to hide? No, I don't have anything to hide, but the Constitution, the 4th Amendment, says that you have to have a warrant to come on my property or probable cause, and you don't have either, so go get a warrant. And that's your right. That is your right, and you need to exercise them. You give an invitation of these guys to come on your property, that's a bad, don't do that. Don't do that. Make them work for it a little bit. Exercise your freedom. Okay. This is an email that I got from, oh wait a minute, before I do that. I want to talk about the pig, the breed that is in question. Some people are focusing on the Russian Boar breed of pigs. The Invasive Species Act is species. It's species specific, and the species we're talking about here is swine. Swine is everything from porky pig to a Russian boar, everything in between. All genetics came from the Russian, as far as we know. I am not an expert on it, but I read books of people that are experts, and that's what they say. The Russian boar is, he's dark colored and very durable pig. I call it an all-weather pig. They can really take a lot of abuse. They don't need a whole lot of food, and they have nice sized litters. They'll have 2 litters a year. They're saying 4 out there. It just doesn't work. The gestation is 114 days. Do the math. I don't even need a calculator for that. But they're a really good pig. What I do here is I use Russian and Russian cross sows because they're good moms. They don't lose their babies. They don't lay on them. They don't step on them. They have good milk production. They're very nice animals. And then I use a Mangalitsa Boar, and I have another boar too, but I use a Mangalitsa Boar, and what that does is it gives me the qualities of product that I'm looking for. My chefs, I sell to some prominent high-end chefs, and they want a good balance of fat and meat. And by doing this cross, I get a nice red meat from the Russian, and then I get a good yield of fat from the Mangalitsa. So that's why I do that. It's not really brain surgery or anything, but the chefs want a certain thing, I give them what they want. If I produce something that they don't want, then they're not going to buy it. So I guess that's the nature of capitalism. I don't think it's a bad thing. I've had purebreds, Mangalitsas, and other pigs too, but purebred Mangalitsa is far too fatty. The role of the purebred is for breeding stock, to breed with something else, to get a feeder pig that produces the type of meat that your customer wants. So the Russian, I'm sticking up for the Russian here. It is a legitimate heritage breed. People have said to me, why don't you just go with the straight Mangalitsa? Dear friends of mine. And say, well, if I do, they're too fat, and my chefs don't want it. I did that for a while, and I couldn't sell them. So I've had to adjust. I mean, that's the nature of farming. That's the nature of life, really. I had to adjust and come up with a product that works better for me, and now I'm on track, and I'm selling my product. The thing that people have to remember, that we all have to remember, is the law that they've passed, the declaratory ruling, lists 9 characteristics of swine. And if your pig has even one of those characteristics, that is an illegal pig. And the 9 characteristics, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have read them, but they have things like curly tails or straight tails, floppy ears or straight ears, distinct skeletal structure. I don't know how they say it's distinct, but and then other characteristics not currently known to the Michigan DNR. So I think that covers just about every pig on the face of the planet. But now what's happening is people are calling the DNR and they're saying, well, I raised 4-H pigs and they have floppy ears, and the DNR is saying, oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's okay. Or I raise you know, a certain kind of pig and it's got a straight tail. Ah, don't worry about that. But they're choosing certain individuals that they're going to go after if your pigs have those characteristics. They're treating us like we are enemies of theirs, and they are trying to divide us. What we need to do is we need to stay together. I don't care what breed a person raises. I'm going to stick up for them, period, because they're farmers. I have people that are sticking up for me that aren't even farmers. So you guys out there that are getting hung up on this breed thing, you need to get over that and get into the fight here for what it is. This is about freedom, and it's more specifically food freedom. All right, the Russian is not an invasive species. It just isn't. They're using the English language incorrectly. I got an email, and I get lots and lots of emails, and I apologize, I can't get to all of them. I can't answer them, there's no way. I don't type good anyway, so. This is from David Dassey. This just came in like 10 minutes ago. And it says, I'm a city boy, well, almost suburban boy, and cannot stand the city. I wholeheartedly agree with your fight against the Michigan DNR. I cannot stand the ends to which the government and corporate America will go to squash us real Americans. Here's the source of the battle. If American people ever allow private banks to control the issuance of their currency, first by inflation and then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of all their property until their children wake up homeless and on the continent that their fathers conquered. And that's Thomas Jefferson. He goes on to say, not Thomas, but David, I put my money where my mouth is. Times are tough. I just provided you with 75 bullets. I've donated $75 to your battle. May God bless you in your fight. And then he copies an oath. And this is an oath that I took when I came into the military 30 years ago. And anybody can take this oath. Many of my law enforcement brethren that actually work for the Department of Natural Resources, I assume that they took this oath, although I'm not sure. But if they haven't, their position would dictate that they take this oath. I would encourage every American that wants to be in this fight, because you know today it's pigs, tomorrow it'll be cows, and then it'll be something else. But America is for Americans, and we have to make this country the way it's supposed to be and work for us. Here's the oath. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. So help me God. Every word in that oath has profound meaning. And the United States is the greatest country on the face of this planet. We're a great country. We've done so much for humanity. We have to take control of this situation. And I think we're doing that. America, you have risen up on this situation. You are a formidable force, and I am so proud of you. I hope that you will continue in the resistance. God bless you.